Hello everyone, it's Yogi here. I hope you're well. Yes, it's a Monday evening and we're starting at this time. This is a normal time for Mondays and Fridays, okay? And welcome. Welcome for joining me today. And yes, so you're looking at it. Today I'm working on this piece. The old kitchen. No, it's not a kitchen. The old craft room. From It's an piece of artwork created by Ciro Marchetti, one of my favorite artists for sure when it comes to cross stitching. And this is a beautiful piece. Ciro Marchetti has got three pieces. They're kind of named in a very similar way. So I've got the old kitchen, you probably have seen it. And this one, let me show you the markup. This is the old craft room. Okay, it's absolutely gorgeous and the colors are so rich. And there's one more piece. It's called the old toy shop, I think. I do not have that piece. It's a beautiful piece too. I believe Joyce Stitchidachi is working on that one. I don't have that one because it's got a lot of puppets and eyes, dolls, that kind of stuff. You know, I don't stitch those things. So I'm sticking with the kitchen and the craft room, and it's absolutely beautiful. The color scheme is to die for, and also it's so rich. It feels like you're stitching tapestry, you know, like Persian rug, that kind of feel, and the deep, rich colors. And I like to draw your attention to the sewing machine there on the bottom right there. Can you see there's a little kitty, little tabby, little tabby with white gloves, white paws, so cute, and sleeping away under the sewing machine. And the sewing machine is a good old-fashioned one, so pretty. So this piece I've been working on. When did I start? I think sometime in the beginning of this year when I was exploring 10 stitches, probably February, January, February time this year. And then I kind of sort of try out on different fabric count as well. And this is not a 10 stitch piece, but it kind of happened around the same time. So let me show you what's happening here. So this is a mini, by the way. So we're talking about maybe 9 pages-ish of stitching here. And I started from upper left. Okay, so it doesn't look like a lot, but you know, I'll explain later on why the sort of development is taking a little bit more time. And you can see the formation of the stitches here, maybe giving you some hint of my stitching method for this piece. Okay, so this is why I'm here, and let me show you the numbers. We like numbers, so you're probably not surprised. This is just under 4%. Okay, just under 4%. But I'm really happy with the progress here. And this is a mini, but by all means, you know, not small in numbers when it comes to colors. This is 88 colors, just like the regular piece from Heaven and Earth. So from here, I'm going to create a little sprint here, and this will capture my stitch count today. Okay, so this is important, and for our Guess My Stitches game at the end. And regulars know what the game is about, and if you don't, if you just joined us, I'll explain. It's very, very simple. Okay, as it says on the label, you get to guess the number of stitches I made. All right, so let me come back to my fabric view here, and I would like to say hello to everybody. Yes, this is nearly 11:30 in UK time, but who cares? We're here for a spot of stitching, and also from where you are, maybe you've just woken up. you just had your breakfast, your cereal, you're ready to stitch, and so am I. I came back from a lovely class this evening that I teach, and I smell really good. We use essential oil and all sorts of stuff, so I'm smelling good, feeling good, and I'm ready to stitch. And I hope you are as well. So I want to say hello to everybody and see who I've got in the chat today. And if you're watching, come forward and say hello. And you can go back and look, okay? You're allowed to look. So, the first stitcher to report to the chat is our Nikki. Nikki was our star last night. If you haven't seen our stream last night, we had 3, okay? triple stream last night because I got kicked out of a live stream twice. And Nikki completed her SAL, her 2025 SAL Heaven and Earth piece, and live during our stream. So we celebrated together. And Nikki says, I will be a CrossFit. Hope you enjoy stitching with Yogi today. She's the best. Happy stitching. Oh, Nikki, yes, you can trust what she says. If she says I'm the best, I'm the best, okay? Do not doubt. Okay, Nikki, thank you so much. And Nikki does CrossFit so she can cross stitch, okay? Watch and learn. And Rajal says, happy Stitching Monday. Welcome, Rajal. Always nice to see you. And we also have Belinda as well. Belinda says, I think I've only seen this piece stitched one time. Excited to see the slow progress. I love the way you describe it. You like to see the slow progress, and you will be seeing a very slow progress today. That's my promise. Okay, Belinda. And also we have Sarah as well. Sarah is giving us the quote of today. Beautiful. Let's have a look. Pay attention to your dreams, values, and inner purpose. Allow them to guide your priorities, choices, and actions. Absolutely, follow the heart. When I teach yoga, I always cue the students to follow the gaze. In yoga, there's a term called drishti. Drishti means the direction you're looking at. Follow the drishti, it will guide your heart. Absolutely. Follow the direction you're gazing towards, and just let the rest happen. Beautiful. Thank you, Sarah, our Captain Alien. And Michelle Fuller as well says, hello, everyone. Finally able to stitch today. Hopefully will add to my 7 stitches for a week. Yes, let's aim for 14 stitches today. Let's double it. Amazing, Michelle Fuller. And Betty Lou Taylor is also here as well, our BLT. Hello, Stitchers folk, Stitchy folk. Hope your day is going well. And our lovely Susan is also here as well. Great to see you. And Ring as well, back with us. And Janine is popping in to say hello as well. Hope you enjoy your movie night. Wonderful, with stepson. And Kelly is also here. And Kelly's quote plus says, hello everyone, I've been working on and off today, so no stitching yet. Well, now is a good time to start. And Jackie is also here. Welcome, Jackie. And also Callan is here. And Natty as well, and Will Fox Stitchery, welcome back, and Captain Squirrel. The great thing about starting a little bit later is we get to catch up with a lot of Australian, New Zealand stitchers, and maybe Japan as well. In Asia, I think, are they waking up in Asia as well? So there you go. And Mandy Moran is also here, and I'm getting used to the YouTube handle. If you haven't noticed, everybody's name has got an @ in the beginning. This is actual YouTube handle. Underneath human names, they remove the human names for some reason. No idea what. And Diana Smith is also here. Chelsea Summers, welcome. And Gigi. I have no idea what this is. If anybody can translate, whoever you are, welcome, welcome. Thank you for saying hello. And if that's what you're saying. And Michelle Lambert as well. Hi from Aussie. That's what I said. Exactly. Our Aussie friends, our New Zealand friends, and they're waking up. The following day, actually, this is Tuesday, right, Michelle? And Love Drunk is also here as well. And Rachel, I think Rachel joined us yesterday, didn't you? Yes. Hi, Yogi and fellow Stitchers. Welcome, Rachel. Welcome back. And also, Betty Hankins is here as well. Says hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome for joining me. So this piece, I can't wait to stitch. Well, let me give you a little bit of a very, very brief recap of what's happening with this piece up to this point. So let me zoom in a little bit, okay? I just want you to appreciate what's happening with all the stitches here. This is 22 counts, and I'm stitching with 2 strands. All right, not single strand, 2 strands, and I'm doing a full cross. So this is one of the pieces I started when I kind of started to play around 10 stitches in the beginning of this year. And somehow I just decided when I stitched this piece, I was just looking at the design. If it just feels like it has to be super rich and full to do it justice, because certain design you can get away with, you know, slightly looser stitches. Maybe the coverage isn't 100%. It still looks beautiful. But with this piece, in my mind, it's almost like stitching Persian rug, and I want that kind of deep richness for the piece. So I decided to do full cross. Not only so, I'm using CXC. CXC, if you're not familiar with CXC, it provides much better coverage comparing to DMC generally. And so the stitches are even fuller comparing to DMC full cross. So it's, I think it's totally worth it in a sense. It does make stitching a little bit more challenging in the sense that I have to be mindful to stitch in a way that the stitches are not going to kind of jam together. So you probably notice there's no floating stitches, 0 whatsoever. I'm basically easing away from the edges, stitch by stitch. And if you're here for slow stitching, you're about to witness. Okay, so this piece requires a little bit of patience, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I think I made pretty good progress so far. You can see it's absolutely gorgeous. And so the method up to this point, I was doing kind of stitch by stitch, easing away from the edges, but not quite Gemma's method. Gemma's method, in principle, you take it more sort of diagonal, sort of line, sort of direction there. And I kind of worked on this piece a little bit, just a little bit in the past 10 days or so when I had time to pick up something. This was one of the pieces I kind of, try to put in a few stitches. So I slowly start to sort of smooth out the line here and starting to make him a little bit closer to Gemma's method. And I actually found it working a lot better that way. So this is how I'm going to continue today. You can tell that this bit, okay, there's a slight sort of freestyling. I just stitch, whichever area I wanted. But today I'm going to kind of focus a little bit more on the diagonal lines here and use Gemma's method. And it's perfect for this piece because Gemma's method does allow the stitches to be a lot more sort of flatter and more tidy. And this is what I want. And also when I stitch, I don't need to jam my needles into sort of in between stitches. There's no boxed in stitches. Every single stitch is open. with a lot of open space on the side. So this is what I want. Okay, so this is my plan today. I'm going to just continue to work on this area, but I'm going to bring a hard finish around this height. I think I don't want my diagonal line to be too long. So this is not so much a page, it's an arbitrary height that I defined for myself that I feel comfortable. So I will continue to work on this height and diagonally and go as far as I feel comfortable. Maybe I'll come down and, I'll start the second row, or maybe I go all the way to the right. I have no idea. I'm not going to worry about that. So I am going to just focus on this area. And yeah, so this is my plan. Let me know what your plans are and what you're drinking. Power drinks for power stitching. Okay. And I'm going to start. I can't wait. I'm just looking, these colors are so beautiful. And this is a little bird I've been working on for a few sessions now. And it's taking shape. Okay. So I am going to continue with this beautiful piece here. And this is perfect for some, a little bit of late night stitching. Yet last night, I stayed up on the stream to celebrate Nikki's completion. I think I was on here till about half past 1 a.m. in UK time. So late night stitching. I'm no stranger to late night stitching. Okay. And I think it's one of the best time to stitch. I think morning is quite nice as well. And late night is also nice. During the day, sometimes you're kind of, running around doing things. It's much harder to settle down. So now, with my app, I'm going to bring on, that's right, I'm going to bring on the diagonal line with Saga here. I don't use it very often. But I think for this piece, it helps me to focus on where I need to fill in, in terms of the order. So it's a useful guideline there. And let's have a look. While I was speaking, we have Clara joining us, and good to see you, Clara. Bess Williams as well, and who else have we got? Lineker. Lineker says, hi Yogi, hope you're okay. Hello to all. 22 count too small for me. Lineker, what have you got to use your name? I have to this is like guess my stitchers. It's like, who are you? Do I know you? Yes, because everything is good, kind of all turn into gibberish handles, and so remind me if you're one of the regulars. And Go Itakia is also here as well. I nearly fell off just pronouncing that. Hello, welcome. And band creativity as well. Oh, are you new to us, to the chat anyway? Band creativity says, hi everyone listening while working. I clean offices. Oh, welcome. Yes, we'll keep you company and listen to Yogi and, listen to the chat. Welcome. Beautiful. And let's have a look. And I'll go back to your comments and read it a bit more carefully. I just want to say hello to everybody here first, and Busy Mom as well. Wonderful. And excellent. Let me pick my first color. Let's get the little hands warmed up, Just look at how rich these stitches and how full these stitches are. So gorgeous. So gorgeous. Right. Let's see if we can break the record of 60 stitches per session. That was I think last time I did okay. Last time I did a little bit more. I don't want to give you hints, okay? Because at the end of the stream, you get to guess my stitches. I want to make it challenging for you. I don't want to give you any hints, okay? So I'm going to start from the bottom, because if I look at my chart here, the bottom part of it needs a little bit more filling in there. So I'm just following the guidance of the chart there, and I'm going to start stitching. So Gemma's method, if you're not familiar with it, it's a diagonal parking method, and the characteristic, I say the most sort of obvious way to look at, to check if someone's stitching the method, is to look at the formation of the completed area. You will not see a single floating stitch at all. And the beauty of that is because you never have to. You just start stitching. It's just a habit. I'm not cross country, okay? So literally one stitch here, and I'm going to part there. So it requires a little bit of discipline when it comes to stitching this method. But the beauty of it is you get stitches nice and flat and a lot tidier. Imagine if I'm trying to stitch these things, this piece with cross country, I'm gonna have a very hard time. All right, so here we go. That one is done, nice and easy. And so I'm coming to a hard stop here. So at some point, I'm gonna clear up this color as well. It shouldn't be there. Right, so let me look at my stitches here. A lot of times I just look at my fabric and my stitches here, and there will be areas kind of calling out for me to stitch, and I kind of just follow that. And also Gemma's method, if you've been following Gemma's channel, Gemma Stitches, that's her channel name, she's kind of evolved into not kind of similar method, but slightly different. It's called color flow. And all it is you follow the colors rather than kind of try to make it diagonal necessarily. And I haven't found the kind of flow with that just yet. I think it's probably very much pattern dependent. Maybe certain patterns is calling for that kind of a way of stitching. I'll see how it goes. If I can flow with colors and it makes sense to me, I might flow. But otherwise, I'm a big fan of the original method. So, hang on. I've stitched the wrong one, so that's okay. Let me just change. I actually select this one, actually. So you can see that every stitch I make, the space on my right is open, the space at the bottom is also open. So it makes it a lot easier to stitch if you're creating really 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Beautiful. It's a meditation, this way of stitching. There's no running around, trying to cross country. You're just following the pattern a little bit at a time. I love it. Let's have a look. So what are you guys working on? Oh, Kelly's having mandarin oranges. I love mandarin. I love clementine. I love them. Oh, the little ones, so delicious. And Captain Squirrels, it's Tuesday, 10 a.m. indeed. Yes, it's next day already. I have to get my head around. In fact, we're going to be in Tuesday in about 20 minutes. So I'm going to join you in Australia. Oh, so Jackie says my 8 years of French has finally come in handy. Was it French? That one. Sorry, I missed your thingy there. Oh, bonjour. Yes, it was French, wasn't it? Yes, I wasn't reading very carefully. Ça va? That's about my level of French as well. Once you stop laughing, I can continue stitching. Callan says, still struggling to stitch after sleeping funny on my neck. Oh dear. Yes, if you sleep in a sort of odd position, you could have neck problem. Oh dear. Maybe lie down a little bit and just allow the neck to reset. I don't know how that works. Oh dear. Poor Callan. And Jackie says, I'm stitching on patchwork quill room. Oh, patchwork quill room, that's Ciro Marchetti as well. Yes, lovely. I love that piece as well. And Jackie says on the A41, more stitches on DMC 700. And I believe Jackie's doing is a regular version. I can't remember. I do remember you told me that you started the piece. So this one stitch at a time, okay? It's lovely to stitch though, because the threads are so full. You literally just feel like you're making some sort of thick rug. It's lovely. So pretty. 1, 2, 3. Bez says, I'm trying to get through all the 310 stitches in the smaller Gecko Rouge kit. I have Des Head Moss, about 500 to go. Oh, 310 stitching. Yes. I like a bit of 310 stitching if it's not block by block. If I have, 3 blocks, it's just 310, I might probably just go numb. But if it's scattered everywhere, then I have to, continue to pay attention. Then I'm doing a lot better. I think my mind just needs changes and challenges. And Ring says, chocolate covered salted caramel ice cream as well. Wow, that's a lot going on. I can imagine that's totally delicious, isn't it? It's like toffee ice cream. Very nice. Kelly says, I did a minimal start on Ippy Yai. Interesting title. Just figured out my plan and get some basting stitched and a bit of gridding. When you say minimal start, what do you mean by that? Do you mean minimum to max? Let's have a look. Lainey says, hi Yogi, my name is Lynn Kershaw. I am new. Oh, so Lineker is new for the chat. How lovely to see you. Let me see if I can find your, sorry, I'm slightly behind in the chat. You probably get used to it. I'm just a little bit slow. And I try to be thorough because I want to read everybody's comment, but sometimes it just takes a little bit more time, so be patient with me. So Lenny, is it Lean. So Lean has joined us. Welcome. Good to see you. Yes, everybody says welcome. Wonderful. Let's have a look. So one more stitch here. So here I'm breaking the rule slightly because technically I shouldn't have a stitch that's being sandwiched between, you know, on both sides. But, you know, sometimes it happens. If I don't stitch in order, but that's fine. It's just one stitch there. And let me mark it here. And there's one more I can do at the bottom there. So every single stitch I make, I want to make sure that there's one stitch above and the stitch on the left is also completed. Otherwise, I have to complete them first before I come back to this one. So, and I did a walkthrough stream. Was it last week or week before? The week before. And if you're interested in Gemma's method, you can go to her channel. She's got a lot of tutorial as well, or you can watch my stream. So I'm coming from a, you know, stitcher learning the method. All right, very nice. Oh, Ring is working on Gecko Rouge world map. I think that might be the biggest cross stitch pattern out there. I'd love to know if there's anything that's bigger than that one. That one's absolutely, absolutely massive. And Nikki's got a pattern as well. She's working on it as well. Let me do this one first. 3371, this one. Just one stitch, and I'm going to end it right here. I think the stitches are so snugly next to each other. It feels like sometimes I don't even apply any finishing method. I just leave a little tail there. Oops, it's not going anywhere. Here we go. Nearly broke my embroidery stand there. Candace, hello, great to see you. Candace says, hi everyone, working on Mystique Owl by Malcolm Watson from Hate. Oh, wonderful. And Captain Squirrel says, I'm working on a Doctor Who piece. Oh, Captain Squirrel is a Captain Who fan, are you? Yes. And Clara says, I'm stitching on a traveling library. Beautiful piece. And Sarah is back with us. Wonderful, Sarah. Thank you for the quote today. And Susan is working on Woodland Santa, drinking hot chocolate. Oh, the envy of everyone. And how nice to see you guys. And Michelle Fuller as well, traveling library for me, she says. And Claudia says, hello everyone, working on Curl Up with a Good Book by Randall Spangler, Drinking Water. That's a lovely title. It sounds comfy already. That's what we should be doing every day. Just curl up with a good book or a good web. You just stitch away. All right. And I think this one is calling me. that one, the blue color. So Gemma's method does require a little bit of threading and unthreading, but it is kind of all part of the flow. If you're kind of starting to get used to this way of stitching, it's kind of autopilot. It's a part of your body, you know, you kind of just do it without thinking, and it's very relaxing. All right, a whole bunch of blue there.